I know I struggle all the time with trying to name my work. I think it's one of the hardest things that you can try to do at the end is struggle with, what is my name? What does the name mean? And what am I talking about here? So I want to give you a couple ideas. The first thing I'd say is if you have any poetry books nearby, skim through them. A lot of times there's interesting combinations of words and phrases that might get you brainstorming and thinking in a new way about your artwork and help trigger a title for your work. The other thing you can do is you can poll people. So if you have an audience and you're building, audience and community through a blog or a website or something like Becoming Artist Strong here, then you can ask people what titles they have. Sometimes I've gotten some really good title ideas because of people in our community helping me out. The other thing I would have you do is if you don't want to ask directly for titles, go around and ask people, tell me the story of my art that you're looking at in 3 words. The number of words doesn't matter, but it's easier for people to actually follow through and give you feedback, especially online, if you keep things short and sweet. So if you're doing this kind of poll online, ask for something like 3 words to describe my work or 3 words to describe the story you see in my work and see what else people have as an idea. The other thing I think can be kind of fun, and I'm going to share them on the screen now, are you can use random name generators. And they're kind of silly and they don't always have the best ideas, but the point again is to get you thinking and playing. So I'm going to share them on the screen with you now, and then I'll make sure to share these links. So here's the first one. So this is an abstract art title generator. So you can see examples of titles that people have used, and I'm going to put that in the chat roll here for you, that link. So you could just click, right? So I'm going to click here to generate a title, and the title is Intensity or Movement. Again, Action of Dreams in Retrospect. So you could just flip through a bunch of these and see if anything kind of connects with you. In terms of a landscape, I would say sometimes we're too literal with our titles, and it's a really good idea to play with something that maybe is more metaphoric. Think about the larger story that people might see in your painting. Here's another one. This one's called the Random Exhibition Title Generator. Hit the button Curate Me, and you get For Love of Dissent, the Video Art of Dysfunction. So you can just keep going back and forth and play and see what you get. And I think that can be a great way for you to have a sense of play about it and not feel so much pressure about having the perfect title. I think that we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to have like this perfect title. And I want to give you permission to change the title of the work over time if you decide you come up with a better name later. Who says you have to keep the same title forever? I'd really love it at this point too if any of you, either watching it live with me or if you're watching the replay, if you have ideas that have helped you come up with some really good names for your artwork, why don't we create a resource here and put those in the comments attached to this video and share your resources and strategies for it. If you have a specific genre of art, say like a landscape or portrait work, you could find songs that you feel like you'd be listening to when you're in that environment or talking to that person and see what comes up and what comes to mind for you when you're looking at titles and thinking about what the title should be for your work. I think sometimes this random word association can help us come up with ideas that we'd never have otherwise. And when we're done painting, sometimes our brain is just a little fried from it all, or drawing or whatever it is that we're working on, and to have to generate a title without kind of additional resources to help us can make it a lot harder.